والله يدعو إلى دار السلام ويهدي من يشاء إلى صراط مستقيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our program, The Calligrapher. Last time we talked about the Arabic calligraphy styles, and we talk about each style as individual, like thuluth and naskh, diwani, kufi, riq'a, and diwani, jalid diwani, and taliq. So we have actually, we should take each one separate, and we talk in details about each one. So today we are going to start with the diwani as dancing letters, and actually it's an interesting font, and we are using for a lot of things like certificates, like wedding cards, wedding invitations. We should use also sometimes in poems. It looks like dancing letters with the like flowers, and it looks very, very nice actually. We would like also to show you some of our master's work as a sample of just to be a guide to our work in future. So one of them actually Mr. Sayyid Ibrahim, he is one of the most famous calligraphers in especially in Diwani. We can show some of this one. Start with Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in, Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim, sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim, ghayr al-maghdubi alayhim, walad-dallin. The first surah in Holy Qur'an, see how the master start with one line continuously with the very, very high concentrated letters and intonation hands, keeping all the basic foundation size and measurements for each letter, and do as a very, very masterpiece, and looks very, very nice. So, and also we have to see other style of Mr. Sayyid Ibrahim also. The other verse from the Holy Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, he wrote in Torah, and قُلِ اللَّهُمَّ مَالِكَ الْمُلْكِ تُؤْتِي الْمُلْكَ مَنْ تَشَاءُ وَتَنْزِعُ الْمُلْكَ مِمَّنْ تَشَاءُ. See also how the letters comes as a regular style, and how the intonation hands also fill the spaces in between the letters and between the words, and how the control of his hands to show with the basic lines as continuously. He took also the kaf hand of the letters here, and make as a continuation, and make as a harmony shapes for the Quran verse. So this a sample of Diwani. Now we would like to start, try to show our participants how we can start with the Arab style, with the Diwani especially, and we should start with the alphabet. Is it okay?
Yeah. Okay.
So do you have any question for Diwani style?
Yes, I would like to ask, why did you start today with the Diwani, not, for example, Kufi or Naskh, Reka?
Yeah, this also it's a good question actually. Why we started with the Diwani, not started with the Sulus? Even we said before that Sulus is the master of the Arabic styles.
Yeah.
Actually, we started with the Diwani because it's a fantastic, and most of the people likes the movement letters of Diwani, and it doesn't need more complicated measurements to write. So we feel free when we write Alif or Ba, or we generally the alphabetical scripts. It
like
looks
dancing.
very like dancing letters actually. It looks very nice and very simple. So anybody can start with the
That one was very wonderful. Really, I like it.
Yes. Mr. Haidar?
Can we write Quranic verses in mosque, Diwani style?
Yeah, Diwani style actually we couldn't use in the mosque, especially writing the Quran verses in the mosque. We use the Sulus style and Kufi sometimes. Some places we can use the Diwani, but not in the mosques. Sulus we have to use it with this style. Like this in the mosque, but we cannot use the Diwani in the mosques. Yeah. Do you have any more questions before starting the Arabic letters?
Who the famous calligrapher in Diwani style?
The most famous calligrapher in the Diwani style, we have actually a lot of them, but the most famous one is Mr. Sayyid Ibrahim. He was one actually, he's doing incredible styles of everything. He's doing the Sulus style, he's doing Kufi, doing Naskh, Riqa. But one of the masters also, his name is Mr. Ghuzlan. He is one. He has special own font of his hands, dancing letters, and but Mr. Sayyid Ibrahim was doing as the basic foundation with the Arabic styles, Diwani style. Now we can start.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Good. So let's start with the alphabet Diwani.
Brothers and sisters, to increase your iman.
خيركم من تعلم القرآن وعلمه ورتل القرآن ترتيلا. Learning how to recite the Quran properly, learning the meaning of what we recite, including the ahkam from the verses which we recite, trying to implement what we learn in our daily life. We'll listen to the participants and the guests. We'll take your phone calls. We're going to recite live. We'll listen to your recitation and we'll correct it according to the rules and regulations which we'll state in each episode. Now your dream will come true.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome after the short break. In the short break, actually, my friend Mr. Hussein was asking me what's the purpose of the Diwani style using.
Yes.
For why you are using the Diwani styles, in which style, in which kind of work or something like that. Actually, we are using the Diwani style for, as I said before, in the certificates and honors in the writing wedding invitations, wedding cards, names, poems, even the Quran verses or hadith sharif or wisdom sometimes, but we are not going to use it in the mosque as the Quran verses or something like that. It's better to use this Sulus style. So I hope that I answer your question.
Yes. So it's a very special one, and we can use it in very special events, like you said.
Yes, special events is better to use for something happiness, like wedding invitations, wedding cards, names, poems. That's better.
Yeah, it's very good for this.
Yeah. So now we are going to show you some of the Diwani style on the blackboard. So let's go there, please.
Okay.
We'll start writing. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. This is Ba. Sin. Curved. And Mim. So look to the Mim. How we can do it? We can do it like this. The dot, name of God, look to the alif, nice curve, Rahman, and this is noon. Ar-Rahim. So this is Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim with the Diwani style. Look to the letters here, Ba. We joined here with Sin. And the meme comes. We can do the meme short, like this. We can continue down to be like this. So it's a free letters. We can use it as a dancing letter. We can use it as the movement. We feel free to do as a curve or straight or long or short. We can continue this noon up till here. So according to the size, according to the space, we can do we'll write something else. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So this is Ra. Look to the Ba.
Very long one.
Yes. In this space, we can do Al-Alamin, like this. And the dot. Here's 2 dots. How looks free here to make Ba with the long shape to keep inside the other word. We can write something else. Suppose I have a short line. Name of God. Now I'm writing وَقُلْ اعْمَلُوا فَسَيَرَى اللَّهُ عَمَلَكُمْ وَرَسُولُهُ. Some of the Quran verses. Here وَقُلْ اعْمَلُوا فَسَيَرَى اللَّهُ عَمَلَكُمْ وَرَسُولُهُ. See how we can continue fa and seen. To give the space here, keep name of God, and ya, the end of ya, it can join the name of God. عملكم ورسوله. So this some samples of the Diwani styles. We can see the freedom of using the letters. We can make them short, we can do them as long or big space. If we have much space, we can do more freedom of the letters and writing the verses. I wish that we can start now practice some of these words at least, or one of the Quran verses, or let's start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I think that any word we should start with Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim.